I'm the executive director of Klein Deutschland. And today we are going to be talking about how important it is to learn the German language, especially if you are looking to um, build a career or study in a place like Germany or in a place like Europe, because it's not only in Germany that the German language is actually needed. So, yeah,
That's
that's what we're
true.
going to be talking
Yeah,
about today.
yeah. And just for the sake of everyone who's watching this, if you've been seeing my other content, let's talk about how opportunities are first and foremost written in German. So, if you take the language seriously, then you put yourself at the forefront of all opportunities in Germany. And your experience, it's completely different. And if you're asking yourself, why exactly are we having Susanna on this podcast today? The reason is simple. Our platform, Settling, which we are developing for you to help you get information on how to study, work, live abroad, relocate, it provides you with information to prepare yourself ahead. Susanna here is a trusted service provider from Klein Deutschland, and they are helping people to prepare them for their journey to Germany, teaching them the German language. But beyond the German language, the culture, that even though you're not in Germany yet, you can have a feel of Germany before you come here. We find this extremely important in the sense that you don't just use our platform to get information, but you also move a step forward towards achieving your relocation dreams. And that means getting to understand the location that you're going to. Maybe before we proceed, Susanna, would you like to tell us briefly about Klein Deutschland, what you do, what you offer to the people, and how you prepare them for their life in Germany?
All right, so basically, Klein Deutschland is a German language and culture institute that helps to teach you the German language from A1 to wherever you are desiring, and also to have a for you to have a feel of how the country, the Germany looks like, because we tend to give some kind of integration and make you understand how it feels to actually be a German, to actually be integrated into the German culture. So we don't just teach the language, we teach the culture as well. Talk about food, talk about music, talk about entertainment, everything that makes Germany Germany, including the history and even the literature. We talk about it in Klein Deutschland. So you get to know how Germany feels like even before moving there. So that's basically what Klein Deutschland does. And this is August 5th, and by August 10th, we are starting a new cohort where we start summer course starts on August 10th, and for that summer course, we are actually focused on A1, that's for A1, that's beginner's level. So for that beginners level, if you have never had any contact with German before, this is a great way for you to start actually. So if you are looking to maybe go to Germany for some studies, go to Germany for work, or trying to build a career path in the German space, then you definitely need to, sign up for the summer course. It's a very great start because you are not just learning the language, you are learning the language with the culture, and you're also not just learning the language for the sake of learning. You are learning in a very fun way because we don't just teach grammar and all those things. We use music, we use movies, we use stories to teach the language. So it makes it fun and easy for anybody that is learning from Klein Deutschland.
Great. Thank you very much, Susanna. And maybe to add to that, and also to tell you why this is important, honestly speaking, your experience in Germany or any German-speaking country, for example, Austria or some part of Switzerland, it's the language has a really big impact or influence in it. The truth is, if you would come to Germany without being
Yes,
prepared
I
mentally, yeah, that without being prepared mentally, it can affect the quality of the results you get. That does not mean that if you don't have the opportunity to prepare
exactly.
yourself that you shouldn't do that. But we know that majority of the people who are watching or listening to this right now, you have the opportunity to prepare yourself ahead before coming to Germany. or other speaking German countries. And so most times people, ask about my experience. Is Germany good? Is it bad and stuff? Well, I tell them that, hey, I came to Germany with an open mind. I learned a bit about the country before I came. And so my experience is completely different from those who had no idea where they were going to before they came here or who didn't have an open mind. Um, Susanna, you've been to Germany before, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, maybe tell us briefly about your experience in Germany, how it was for you, and maybe what inspired you to start Flying Deutschland.
Okay, basically, my experience in Germany was, I would say, it was a bit different, of course, because Germany and Africa are to step up, especially if you are going from a place where spontaneity is the order of the day. A place like Nigeria, that everywhere is just spontaneous. Everybody's just doing his own thing the way he or she likes. Going to Germany, you experience that the order of the day is quite different. You realize that they take order very seriously. They take order very, very seriously. So that was one of my experiences that I actually feel it's something that we all need to inculcate, especially in
Mhm.
a place like Africa, where everywhere everybody is just living based on vibes. So I realized that
Living based on
order
vibes.
is the truth. Is the truth? We live based on vibes right over here.
That's
But in Germany, you
that
don't
is
live based on
that is
vibes. So you
deep.
have to be very
That
careful.
is deep.
It's the truth. And then
Live based on vibes.
I realized that on Sundays, there was no we were trying to look for food on a Sunday morning. Before we got food, it took a while. And then I realized that, oh, Sunday is actually Roe Tag. Sunday is actually a day where
Mhm.
everybody rests. And it actually got me like, okay, as much as they are not lazy in Germany, they also, which is actually an
Okay.
amazing thing. They prioritize rest
Mhm.
a lot. So on
Mhm.
Sunday, we're looking for where to buy stuff. There was no shops were open. I'm like, what's going on here? It's quite
Mhm.
out of the ordinary from where I am coming from. Another thing that I actually realized, and like I said, I've said it in the beginning, that they take their language very seriously. I think I
Seriously.
always share this story of when I got lost on in Berlin, and I was trying to find my way, and then I saw this man. I'm like, oh, I tried to speak English because, well, I speak English all the time, and I tried to speak English, and this man told me I don't speak English. Mind you, he did not speak German to me. He spoke English to me, and he said, I do not speak English. I'm like, what did you just speak? Dude, I thought you just spoke English, so why are you telling me you don't speak English? I had to switch to
Mhm.
German before I was able to find my way. So, what am I trying to say? It's okay to say, oh, sometimes going to Germany, you try, or no, I won't say you try, you, um, oh,
No, go on. Yeah.
okay, yeah, thank you. So I won't say you will thrive. I will only say you would survive in Germany without the German,
Yep.
or let
Yep.
me say a minimal amount of the German language. But will you thrive? I don't think so. Without the German language, some people believe, oh, let me just have A1 and go. They will have A1 and go, and then they get to Germany, the A1 is not. Oh, let me
Yep.
just
Yep.
have A2. Okay, my program requires A1. Let me just do the A1 and go. You get to A, you finish your A1, you get to Germany, and then you realize that the A1 is not sufficient. The A1 is just for you to be able to say, okay, just say a few words, make a few conversations, be able to at least go out and come in, and then you realize it's not enough, and you start looking for how to proceed. So me, I believe it's better you just learn the language before going there, because learning the language over there too is another ball game entirely, which
Yep.
I don't think
Mhm.
I want to dive right now, because it's literally another ball game entirely.
Mhm. Great. Um, I think everything still comes back to what connects our company and yours, which is helping people prepare for their relocation plan. And if you plan to move to another country,
Definitely.
it's a huge deal. It's so you may as well just prepare, properly for it. Um, if you're watching
Definitely.
this for the first time, we do encourage you to sign up on Setling if you're not there yet. Check out the platform that we have developed. The essence is that you can learn the full process on how you want to relocate, be it Germany or other parts of Europe. And then more importantly, that you get to understand what the opportunities are for you and how can you make the best out of it. Like Susan mentioned, yes, you may survive in a location, but you may not thrive. And I think you don't want to leave your country to another country just to survive. I think you can actually survive where you are right now. So
Definitely.
if the essence for you is to grow, to be successful, then you definitely want to pay attention to what are the key things that you need to know when moving to a new country. Um, Susanna, maybe you can tell us so far what are the opportunities that um, you imagine is driving people to come to Germany? Let's say for those people who have joined your institutions, what is their motivation, for coming to learn the German language from your institution, and what do they do afterwards typically?
Okay, so based on our little experience that we have, we've had nurses, basically, especially nurses, people in the
Okay.
medical line, nurses and doctors, most of the time, they always get opportunities in Germany. And those opportunities come with, can you speak the language?
Yeah.
That's just basically it. Can you speak the language? That's it. That is one. Then people that probably have a spouse in Germany and then they want to reunite with their spouse in Germany. At least I've had a few cases like that. People that just, oh, they got married to somebody that stays in Germany or sometimes Austria or maybe even Switzerland, because like I said, it's not just in Germany that the German language is spoken. They speak it in Germany, they speak it in Switzerland, they speak it in Austria, speak it in Belgium, and some other European countries like that. So we've had some people that want to just reunite with their spouse, so they just learn the language to an extent and then go reunite with their spouse. Some of them get there and then they decide, oh, they want to work. So because they want to work, they tend to come back and learn again. They continue from where they stop. So we've had nurses, at least I've got a nurse recently, and then we've had doctors and people in the engineering space, people in the IT space as well, always have opportunities in Germany, and they will definitely thrive in those fields if they are able to speak the language at least to a reasonable extent, at least they by that B2 level,
Mhm,
or
mhm,
at least they can manage B1. Manage, or like I said, manage.
mhm, mhm. Yeah. So there are lots of opportunities for you,
So those are the
if you can, yeah, if you can have a good command
also
of
we've
the
had
language.
people that especially those that probably have a some courses that are in the German language. They of course need to learn the language. Some of them does need B1 if the
Hmm.
language is taught in maybe German and English, because there are some courses that are taught in German and English. So
Yep.
those kind of courses require maybe B1, B2. And some courses that are taught in purely German, they require at the very least a B2. And some even require a C1 for those kind of courses. But then there are some courses that are being taught in English as well. But then you will still need the German language just so that you're sure that you survive in their country.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Cool. Um, Meanwhile, if you have some questions, feedback, comments, you want to know more, you can reach out to Susanna or you can reach out to me. Wherever you're watching this from, you can just leave a
Yes.
comment and we will, get in touch with you. If you also want to follow the content that's Klein Deutschland is sharing, you can also find them as well on Setly, so you can get in touch with them as well. The goal is that you don't have to plan everything alone, but that you have a community of like-minded people who have, say, similar objective or similar goals, and you can plan together with them. But more importantly, that you also connect with people who are there where you want to go, and you can learn from their experience. Yeah. Susanna, can you give us an idea of how you know, how many cohorts do you have in a year? You mentioned now that the next one is starting on August 10th. When would the next one be, and what would be the
Yes,
process for someone
that's
who wants to? Yeah.
all right. So immediately after this call, we are going to put out again to register so that those that are interested in registering can register for our summer course. But apart from the summer course, we also have another course in October because after the summer course,
Okay.
definitely some people would want to continue with A2 and all. Like I said, the summer course is just A1 for now, just the summer course. And after the summer course, if you wish to continue, then of course I definitely believe that you wish to continue. So our next cohort is in October. Technically or typically, we have about four cohorts in a year. One is around February, another around May or June, then another around August, which is usually the summer course, and then the last part of the year will be in October. So, and
Okay.
we have online courses just in case you are unable to maybe leave where you are, you're a professional, you are very busy. We have online courses for you. And our online courses schedule is actually very flexible because you discuss your time with the tutor. So you come to a conclusion when you'll be available, when the tutor will be available, so that there is no excuse that oh it's the class, the timing of the class is clashing with my work, or there's nothing like that at Klein Deutschland.
Okay. Cool. So we're coming gradually to the um, end of this session. The essence today was to just remind you once more. I'm sure everyone who's watching this understands or agrees that yes, it's important to have a good command of the German language before you move to Germany. So this is not necessarily any kind of news. But then every now and then, when you are reminded, when something
Yeah.
comes up like this, it just brings it to mind again. And this is exactly what we're doing here. Um, we're also inviting you to join the community, be a part of it, um, and then so you can grow together with other people who are on a similar path. Um, yeah, Susanna, any final words for the audience? What they need to know about the German reality and the essence of the German language if you're planning to move to Europe.
All right. Basically, the first thing that I will say is that Germany is an amazing place for you to start growing a career if you want to grow a career in Europe, because Germany has the best economy in Europe. And before you are able to get into that best opportunity in a best economic state in Europe, you need to at least have a very great command of the German language. So the idea is, if you are looking to do the career, study, you know try and thrive, basically Germany is literally your go-to, especially if you are into the medical line, if you are into IT, if you are into engineering and other skills like that. They definitely need skilled workers, definitely need skilled workers. So because they need skilled workers, why don't you want to just go look for opportunities there? You definitely find opportunities there, especially if you have
Yeah,
a skill that is needed.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, everybody. Well, I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope you could learn a thing or two. This is not the end, it's only the beginning. So get in touch. Let's talk. Join the
Yes.
platform. Get in touch with Blind Deutschland. And yeah, keep pushing and planning your way forward. Until next time, we wish you a nice rest of your day and we hope to connect again soon. Bye, everybody.
Have a nice day.